Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we have landed upon Illidan. Were you prepared? I mean, he came right after Ghoulish Daniel, so I'd like to think that you were at least a little suspecting of this video coming out. He is pretty much the same as he was last year, with some key differences. Number one, the Hunt became his meta pick in this past year, which is pretty crazy. He is struggling a little bit with win rates, but that's something that we often see with difficult characters, and Illidan is genuinely a difficult character, usually relying on specific team comps in order to keep him alive in the heat of battle. But he did see some quality of life changes, and they really tried to buff Unending Hatred in the past year, and I didn't even notice. So we might take this in today's video just to try it out, just to see if we like it, especially if we decide to go for the Hunt as well for a little bit of global presence. The way I kind of look at Illidan's talents, Immolation is great for jungling. If you want to clear camps faster, that's the way to go. Battered Assault is great for winning team fights. If you want to do that, that's where you should probably go. Unending Hatred just kind of seems out of place to me, but we'll give it a go in today's video. Hope you guys enjoy it.
My hatred is unending.
Oh, also he got this cool skin where his horns are out all the time. The only thing I don't like is he gets the panda blades. Why did they give him the panda blades here? Just give him his goddamn normal blades of Azagnoth with his horns out all the time. I want that skin. This was a fast queue. Now I'm scared. Oh no. Or our team comp's amazing. Oh no. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Infernal Shrines today. Should be a pretty good map for us, versus a Murky as well. We might be able to stack up Unending Hatred quite quickly. So I wanted to go over basically all the changes that stood out to me that happened to Illidan in the past year, because honestly, there's not too many. The list is pretty small. So we already talked about Unending Hatred. It used to give 0.1 damage per minion death. Now it gives 0.2 damage per minion death, which is doubled what it used to be, believe it or not. Also, another change that it received is at the end of the quest, the attack bonus that we get used to be 10. It used to give 10 attack damage. Now it gives 20. So in all regards, it is twice as good as it was last time we played Illidan in an A3Z series, so maybe it's worth picking up. Sometimes, right? I would have laid versus Murky to stack this up as fast as possible, and we're just gonna get kills on him if we can. Asmodean's up in the top lane, so we can assume that Murky is going to be down here. Oh, sorry. There you go. You get one. All right, I'll go back to the minion lane. We'll be hospitable. We'll be hospitable. But yeah, we're just looking to fucking slay Murky here, boys. Illidan is a pretty fun character. He has a pretty solid self-sustain, and that is mostly due to his Betrayer's Thirst. Every time he auto-attacks, he is going to heal for a portion of the damage that he just dealt. We are dead as fuck. All right, feels good, man. Feels real good. Then, on top of that, every time he attacks, he also gets ability cooldown reduction for all of his abilities. It's battle momentum, which most characters don't have anymore, but built into everything, including his heroic abilities. This used to be standard for battle momentum, then it was changed to just basic abilities. Now, battle momentum is mostly removed from the game, but it still remains here with Illidan. Because of his massive ability to generate a lot of cooldown reduction, we did see some pretty significant changes in regards to how long the cooldown of the Hunt is. It went from being a 60-second cooldown to a 100-second cooldown, 40 seconds added to that. Because when the meta kind of shifted over in the Hunt's direction, basically the Hunt doesn't have a fucking cooldown, and that started to become a little bit of a problem if Illidan is just able to auto-attack all of the time. We'll go ahead and I think we matched the Murky here. I'm gonna match Murky because we don't want him to get free soak. We don't want him to get free buildings, and like I already mentioned, he's gonna be the biggest source of our damage increases. So we need to give it to him, boys. We need to give it to him. Illidan is one of the best characters in the game at body blocking and taking advantage of situations, just like that one there. His egg's down here, right? No, guess not. We are gonna go for, let's try Unbound here at level 4. This is one of his newer talents. He did receive a rework last year, and Unbound was added in. I've never really used it. I know it allows us to use our W ability to go over terrain, and I figured since we're going to be brawling all the time, we might be able to get some pretty decent stacks on that relatively quickly. That's the idea anyway. If Murky's always in lane, we can always just W right through him. I should be careful. I shouldn't let my health get this low. Whenever you use your W ability, you will notice that there is a circle that forms to the right of my face right now. This is an attack damage bonus, and this allows us to stack up a lot of extra healing if we continue to use our W ability effectively. Looks like Murky's doing a little bit of split soaking. I'll try to do the same. We need to get this lane done really quick if we're doing that. I don't think I quite have the lane clear to split soak, but we'll try, team. We'll try. Looks like our team's doing okay. We did lose Ana, but now we're losing Cassie as well, so maybe they're not doing as okay as I thought. But like I said, we're just trying to match the Murky here because he's soaking just as effectively as we are. We got here before most of the minions died, so we'll be able to get the seasonal marksman stacks. I'm assuming once we get this... Oh, this only stacks up to 20. I didn't realize that. So it's not that hard to get the damage bonuses for this particular ability. Not that difficult at all. We are going to go for Thirsting Blade. This increases our lifesteal percentage from 30% to 50%. Just once again, making it easier for us to heal in lane. And again, trying to keep pace with Murky, trying to make sure that we're getting just as much XP as he is, but also getting our season marksman stacks. I do think he clears a little bit faster than me, but I'm trying, team. I'm trying real hard. Maybe we stay in lane for one round and kind of push him back into the tower, buy us a little bit more time. I don't actually know. I don't think this will work. I think I'm going to lose middle by doing this. Here, we'll at least get that half. Get it pushing into his tower a little bit more. They seem to be doing well up top, so I'm going to keep doing this. We are a little behind on the objective. Yeah, I fucked up there, team. I fucked up. I basically got half a minion wave from each lane rather than 2 minion waves. But maybe I can cut him off on his rotation. He did pick up bribes, so he was able to get that camp, no problem. All right, friendly team was able to get the Immortal. That's pushing in. Great, great, great. Let's move down to the bottom lane and try to push him back. What do you know about siege damage? Illidan over here. This isn't how I would normally play. I just want to say that for the record, but because of the way that the enemy team is kind of composed, I kind of feel the need to. Our Q ability is Dive. This allows us to click on an enemy with a health bar and then jump into them. Our E ability is Evasion. This dodges basic attacks from not only minions and heroes, but towers as well. So if you want to dive after an enemy player super hard, you are more than capable of doing that. Our W ability is Sweeping Strike, and this is what we're using to increase our attack damage, and we pretty much want to have this on cooldown all of the time. I was hoping to stack up Unbound a little bit more, but there hasn't been too much competition here. Level 10 is unlocked, and we are going to pick up the Hunt here. We already talked about some of the changes, but now I get a chance to show you the ability in action, potentially. We could have dived after Asmodean there, but it doesn't look like that would really be worth my time. We're just gonna try to deal as much damage to this Murky as we can. And we should be able to trade into Tracer pretty okay. Especially if she dives forward here. We can just go ahead and stun her with the Hunt and allow our team to jump in and finish her off. Beautifully done. At the bare basics of the Illidan using the Hunt, it is a point and click stun. But when used properly, it is a global initiation, or somewhat global initiation. As you can see, well, I guess I can't show you, but the range of the Hunt is basically touching middle and bottom lane from where I'm standing right here. So as long as I continue auto-attacking, it doesn't fucking matter what I'm auto-attacking, but as long as I continue to auto-attack something, wasn't expecting an octograb here, but as long as I continue to auto-attack something, we're going to continue to lower our cooldowns to the point that we can use the Hunt again very, very quickly. Illidan trying to contest me on that mercenary camp there, we were able to stop him. We are at 42 stacks of Unending Hatred. That means we are hitting for 163 every time we auto-attack, 220, and still rising when we have Sweeping Strike off cooldown. And it looks like we can help out in middle if they need it. Unfortunately, I think I'm a little too late. A little too late to really be effective there. I would like to just poke at him a little bit, though, anytime we could deal damage to Illidan, or deal damage to Murky, that's going to be a good time for us, and we can kind of stop this wave from pushing in too much more. Now, of course, siege damage Illidan is not the way I want to play him, so I am going to be looking for some more team fight opportunities, but we are always kind of a character that can kind of drift off and push a lane back very quickly, grab a mercenary camp very quickly, and then engage very, very aggressively into a team fight in a moment's notice. We might want to go in on Lucio here. We just need to dodge the boop. All right, he's going to be taken down, no problem. Tracer pushing it a little far versus our team. We obviously don't like that. We're going to be able to finish her off as well. And now it's going to look pretty easy for taking this objective, if I had to guess, with Lucio and Tracer both being down. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. Now, that being said, Azmodan can still put a lot of pressure on lanes. Murky can still put a lot of pressure on lanes. So it's important that we auto-attack enough to get kind of our global presence back off cooldown, so we could deal with that. As of right now, Murky is just free pushing the bottom lane. So if you are playing Illidan, your goal is to use dive as little as possible, or at least that's the way I approach him. We are going to go for Nimble Defender here, which is going to give us armor for 2 seconds, 25 armor for 2 seconds whenever we use our W ability. Nicely done. We're in the VP, so we're not able to initiate just yet, but I want to real bad, boys. Going in on Lucio, we're going to lock him down, stun him to death, and kill him off with the help of our Jaina player. Nicely done there. Grab these regen globes, and we can start moving in on this middle fort. Murky is still getting a lot of value down to the bottom lane, so we need to make sure this counts. I can go ahead and initiate already, though. Just use our evasion to dodge most of the shots while we're waiting for the Punisher to get up here, and we can tank this tower no problem with the help of Ana and Ariel at our side. This means the majority of this Punisher's focus is going to be on the tier 2 structures, which of course is pretty good for us. We're sitting at 52 stacks of our Season Marksman quest, hitting for 254 at level 14 whenever we engage with our W ability. Looks like Zeratul bit off a little more than he could chew here, did push up, take a lot of damage, and is now being forced back. The Punisher dying very, very soon. But I really want to keep going. I just got to keep going. We're going to use the wall to dive out here momentarily. We'll go ahead and pop evasion. If Lucio wants to keep fighting, we can certainly keep fighting Lucio. We just need to make sure that we stay relatively still so Ana can continue to heal us up, no problem. Diving in now. Didn't quite have evasion off cooldown. That was my fault there, but we do pick up another kill on, who was that, Zeratul? And this should allow our team to get that middle keep if they wanted to, but it looks like we're going to be backing up. A lot of pressure in the top lane, and of course, Murky got a fort down in the bottom lane. So while Murky wasn't with his team, he did get a little bit of value. We are almost exactly 1 level ahead of the enemy team right now. And I'm not hating this talent. I'm not hating this talent at all. 57 more attack damage means we're going to be healing for more. The enemy team doesn't really have any blinds to stop me. I guess Lucio can pick up one, right, if he boosts me back or something. I kind of think that's a thing. The hunt is ready. I'm just going to let the team know that if they get into any trouble, I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? God, I was off tone. I played that in marching band. It's a good year. It's a good year, boys. Marked for death, I think, is what we're going to go for. Actually, should we go for Blades of Azognoth? Hitting 5 heroes with Sweeping Strike allows us to turn that bitch on and deal a lot of damage. I kind of think I want to go for that. I just have to remember to activate it. Blades of Azognoth is a really, really high damage spike if we utilize it properly. We do see Tracer going in pretty deep here, but she can't outrun the hunt, not with Rewind being off cooldown. And now Lucio trying to run. Oh, never mind. Lucio's dead as fuck. All right. All right, I'm just going to push. I'm just going to push middle and ignore everything. Get more XP for our team. They'll be able to clear up top. No problem. We'll get the hunt off cooldown pretty quickly. And we'll continue to increase our attack damage. We are hitting for 290 motherfucking 1 right now with our attack damage quest going, which is pretty crazy. Looks like Murky is still pushing the bottom lane. Are we really worried about that? I don't think so. I was going to take that camp, actually. I wonder how good Azmodan is at taking camps. Like, I wonder if he's hurting right now. Because that was Azmodan, right? Murky was bottom. I think it was anyway. Anyway, we can clean it up real quick. We have the hunt off cooldown again, so I can go join the team whenever they need me, and we can continue to get value in other areas. As you can see, they are doing just fine on that objective, but we'll start to head up here anyway, just in case this enemy team does engage. We'll just wait for a squishy to walk up in melee range. We'll stun them so Jaina can blow them up, and the cycle just keeps on repeating. But I don't need to push the top lane right now. We can move down here to the middle lane and harass the enemy team's Zeratul. Go ahead and pop evasion. Oh, hi. Okay, but thank you, Anna. Thank you for coming down. I appreciate you. Dude, look at that nano. Oh, I wasn't ready for the nano. I didn't think about the possibilities of what a nano could actually bring to the table. I didn't do a lot of pushing with this, obviously, so the Punisher didn't get as much value as we would have hoped. They did lure it over the wall, though. They did the right thing there. Let's see if they are silly enough to engage on us now. I shouldn't do this, but are you... Did someone say hot? We are stuck by the Octo Grab right now, encased in the Crystal Aegis, and we're going forward, boys. We're not afraid of no... Okay, we're a little afraid. Just get out of the range of that Asmodean laser really quick. The attack damage stacks continue to rise. We are sitting at 68 extra attack damage in this game. This is actually getting a little absurd. We're going to be hitting for butcher levels of attack damage here pretty soon, boys. But we heal every attack. We don't even have to worry about the brand. I am trying to back up a little bit, but Jaina's having some trouble. So let's go ahead and engage on Asmodean here. We'll just go ahead and pop evasion right now. And we are doing A-okay. We need to use our W a little bit more to actually proc the Blaze of Azagnoth. I haven't been able to do that yet. But once that is activatable, our attack damage is once again just going to go through the roof. So we do have the incentive to just kind of W all the time, even more than we normally would. Let's go ahead and just proc it off of Lucio here. So now whenever I want to, we can increase our damage a shit ton. I believe that's the correct terminology as well. A shit ton. I mean, if Tracer wants to play, we can play. We can play, boys. We can do that. Zeratul's right above me here. Do we want... Alright, I'm backing up. Let's get this camp at least. Let's bait him into this. We can take this over in just a few auto attacks at this point. Alright, go back in on Zeratul this time. Blaze of Azagnoth is procced, and look at us, we're hitting for 420! Did someone say blaze it? Because they fucking should! We didn't have the cooldown reduction to jump in there, but oh my god. That was a pretty disgusting amount of damage coming out all at one time. Keep in mind that we heal for all of that auto attack damage as well, or at least a percentage of that auto attack damage. So once we engage, we have Blaze of Azagnoth ready to go with this fucking auto attack build. It is capable of doing a massive amount of damage. Now we could go for a global hunt here with nowhere to hide, but I'm thinking Nexus Blades, boys. We just increase our basic attack damage by another 20%, and we add a slow, allowing us to control the flow of battle even more than we've been doing already. This means we're hitting for 386 of fucking auto attack. And we're barely even getting started, boys. We're barely even getting started. I should have vision. Oh, I could have fucking unbounded over. I'm so bad at this game. You come here, I want to attack you. No, we're going a little too hard. A little too hard, Pally. A little too hard. A little too hard. It's all right, though. It's all right. They understand. They were not prepared. They know that now. We put the fear into them. We put the fear there. I'm just going to continue soaking, boys. I think that's my plan. How do we fix this? I don't think we do. My bad, team. My bad. I was way out by myself. Way out by myself. Really shit. Hopefully we don't lose this objective now. We are level 20. The enemy team not quite there yet. We need 7 more monsters for this objective in order to spawn the Arcane Punisher. We're going to be dead for another 45 seconds, but of course we do have... I don't really understand the point of that, VP. But we do have the hunt to re-engage whenever we are ready to do so. Looks like the Ring of Frost is going to miss Tracer by just a little bit. But the friendly team is getting composed and moving in. Picking up a kill on Lucio. Down to the bottom lane. What was he thinking? Asmodean trying to laser the Punisher down is going to be jumped on here. Is that a laser build, Asmodean? No, it is not. Okay, good. I would be a lot more aggressive with this push if I was the friendly team, but then again, I died and they didn't, so clearly they're doing something right. Murky is chasing down our Cassia as of right now, but she should be completely a-okay. And we, once again, have the hunt ready to engage at a moment's notice if we need it. We need to proc 2 more applications of Blades of Aznoth, which simply means using Sweeping Strike to go through our adversaries. And then once again, we'll be able to spike our damage up again through the roof. We are sitting at 79 extra attack damage right now. 79 extra damage every time we swing our weapon. How does Murky deal with this? The answer is he doesn't. And now we're at 81 increased attack damage. That is absolutely terrifying. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm not even using this for the pun. I was, for real, not prepared for this to be this good. I was like, yeah, we'll try it out. I probably won't like it, but at least it'll be, you know, something different. It won't be the standard Illidan video that we do every time we play Illidan, where I just kind of go for team fight abilities and beat the fuck up out of everything. This is so cool. Good crystal. Hopefully she can heal me after. Oh, we're slaying, boys! We could just go core right now, but let's just pop blades and see what it does here. 609 damage! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Hi, Asmodee, get back in your base. Oh, the team's over here. We'll just jump right back over to this side. Of course, Illidan is one of the best core 1v1ers in the game, so pretty much if you ever find yourself in this position, you know that the game is in the bag. But very well played by the friendly team. This was definitely definitely an interesting experience for me. 90 fucking stacks in an auto attack Illidan build. I was seriously not expecting that to be as good as it was. Now, of course, the enemy team didn't have any hard CC. The enemy team didn't have any blinds or silences to really mess me up. So we were kind of able to just farm forever and then go hit them very, very hard. But that amount of damage is just crazy. I don't think I would recommend this build in every situation, but if you find yourself on a rainy day where the stars align and you have hope in your heart, I'm just saying things now, then this might be fun. Unending Hatred, Unbound, Thirsting Blade, The Hunt, Nimble Defender, Blades of Aznoth, and Nexus Blades. Very, very aggressive build, that is for sure. What is our attack speed on Illidan? Because I know it's high. I think it's like 1.5 a second, something like that. Something really high. So the fact that we were, well, that's not really high, let's be clear. 1.82. But when you're doing 600 fucking damage that much, that is just crazy. That is just crazy. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and YouTube, please don't fucking demonetize me again. God damn it.